Welcome to my little country kitchen. Did you know that tallow was a staple in traditional cooking? Now there is a misconception that animal fats are unhealthy, and the challenge is finding quality sustainable fat sources. And this is beef fat that I'm chopping up, and the difference between tallow and lard. They're both animal fats used for cooking, but tallow is made from beef fat, often from grass-fed cows, and lard is made from pork fat, often from pasture-raised pigs. What I did was chop up all this fat into smaller bite-sized pieces so it will melt down, render down more quickly. You don't have to use a cast iron pot, but this is the best thing, and it seasons the pot for me. I'm going to fill it way up, then put it in the oven at 350. And wait till it stops boiling, and that's how you know it's done. And then you stick it in jars. I got 4 jars on my first batch. We're gonna keep going. Turned on the oven to 350, and it's rendering down very nicely. It smells very beefy in here. So tallow is similar to coconut oil and butter. Tallow has a waxy texture and a mild flavor, and it makes it suitable for high heat cooking like deep frying, sauteing, and the awesome thing about it is it's shelf stable at room temperature. You can tell this is done when it stops boiling, even though it was in the oven at 350. That means all the water boiled out. Now I'm just filling it up. And it can last for months in an airtight container, and it has many uses beyond cooking, including skincare, candles, and soaps. These jars are perfect size for the amount of fat we go through. I already have 3 jars. The leftover crackling. Probably have maybe another 1.5 jars. I was able to render down another 2 batches, and I got 6 in my first batch, and then 4.5 more on the second batch. So I have 18 total jars of beef tallow. How amazing is that? And these jars are already smoking hot. Once you put on the lid and you screw it down tight, look, this has already sealed itself because of the heat once it cools off. Once it gets to this point, you can touch them again because they're cool. Don't touch that. That's very hot. That one's starting to cool off a little bit. That's good. Well, thank you much for joining me, and I hope you can learn something new like I did with rendering your own beef tallow. Thank you to the local butchers. They are awesome with giving me all this fat. See you next time. I encourage you to share your own experiences with tallow in the comments below to share with others. And please check out my other videos so you can see my awesome ways I incorporate this tallow into skincare, lip balm, and other things.